Yo, what's good, peeps? It's your boy Weezy here, and we're back on Immortal Cultivation, and I'm on my journey to become a Mahayana realm eventually. I'm almost at Tribulation, which is the second to last realm, but I don't think I can break through currently. I think I need somebody's help, and I'm looking for herbs to increase that. But enough of this intro. As you can tell by the video or the title, we're going to be talking about how to quickly grind a lot of spirit stones in this game. Now, I was just over here grinding some using a skill called Overwhelm, but I'm just gonna be going through overall the basics, or the for beginners to like high tiers, on how to grind spirit stones efficiently, because it's different. Obviously, I'm able to grind it at a certain point. It becomes more efficient at a certain point to grind spirit stones, right? But as a beginner, when you start off, you can't really grind it as efficiently. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna be talking about. So when you start off in this game, right, you're going to be a puny mortal. You at that point cannot grind any spirit stones. At that point, I mean, you can do quests. Okay, hold on. Quests are a way to get spirit stones. Like, there'll be quests like this one. It's a one-time quest. There'll be some quests around the map that get spirit stones. For example, this quest right here. This gives me, whoa, this gives me 50,000. I didn't even know that. I can kill this dude too. But like quests like that, that gives me 50,000. But again, you have to be like Fusion X to even kill that dude. But you can do quests for spirit stones, but that's not the most efficient way, because there's only so many quests you can really do. The most efficient way is to kill NPCs. Now let's start off for beginners. So people, you really can't grind spirit stones until you're like, or at least try to your soul formation, potentially soul formation X to maybe void 1. Yeah, void 1. It's soul formation, like late soul formations, when you can actually kind of start grinding it. Ooh, they added a Christmas tree. I'm sorry, I sidetracked. So as you see here, these bandits, right? You can kill these dudes. They get 2, right? But when you're at soul formation, you can buy this Overwhelm skill. Let's go over here. So if I go back to skills and skill shop, I think it'll be in the key, and it'll be, I think it's what is it? I think it's a soul formation skill. Yeah, Overwhelm. It costs like, how much did it cost? I think it costed like 12,000, 20,000. It costed quite a bit. I think it was like 20,000 something gold. But I think it's at soul formation you can use Overwhelm to kill some of these bandits, like soul formation X. And this would give you overall like a little bit. This is how you can like start grinding a little bit, like the spirit stones, as like, as a soul formation. You can just grind these dudes for a bit. Not the most efficient way, because you see they don't drop anything. Even the boss only drops 3. So it's just like kind of use Overwhelm, and you can like get, that's overall like 4 or 5. That's probably like 10, 20. It's not a lot, but they spawn back extremely quick. Like they spawn back pretty quickly, so you can kind of just keep spamming it and AFK this Overwhelm, right? And then when you move up to like Void and Void X, Void, like middle Void, you can grind, you can start to AFK like these dudes if you're strong enough, like the Golden Core X dudes. You can just keep, like, I think you probably like at Void X, Void something, you can just like, want to go around one-shotting these dudes. You can AFK them, right? Because I mean, it really depends, because if you have a strength manual and you have the strength affinity, you're going to be much stronger than a normal Void would be if you were at Void without it. So it really depends. You got this dude over here, which you could potentially grind, soul formation V. He drops 37. Wow, he drops a lot, but he's soul formation V, so you probably can grind him to like Void X. And if you have strength, probably middle Void, something like that, you can grind this dude for spirit stones. So right here, and you basically just want to have an auto clicker, right? I'm one-shotting him. Again, you probably won't one-shot him at Void, but this is one of the good ones to grind at Void. If you're at like Void X, Void, something like that, middle Void, Void X. If you don't have the strength, if you have strength manuals and stuff like that, you can probably grind it middle Void. You can just keep grinding him. He gives 37. It's quite a lot. You do that for hours. That's one way. That's one way to get it. Oh my god! I'm gonna get stuck in the Christmas tree. All right, I just figured it out. But you can actually use Overwhelm. Now these dudes are Nascent Soul X, so you're probably going to need to be like probably Void X. Potentially, because what's that? Soul is after Nascent Soul, right? Yeah. So you're probably gonna need to be Void X or so. But if you like stand here and Overwhelm, you see how you can get these two together, and that's like 39. not really worth it. But yeah, you can grind these dudes if you're weaker. Again, Spirit Stone grinding doesn't really efficiently start until you're like fusion. Like you can grind at void, but like the efficient doesn't start until you're really at fusion. It doesn't start till you're at fusion, like or mid to late fusion. I mean, you can still grind, like it doesn't efficiently, like you don't get this much till you get to like fusion or more above, because you can efficiently grind, right? Like genuinely like strong people, a lot of people, and get a lot of Spirit Stones. There's also these dudes, void augmentation, but I mean, again, this is like a fusion, probably void X, void something. If you have the strength manual, you can see here in AFK these dudes, as you see, they drop 84. Holy, you can't overwhelm them, unfortunately, because it doesn't reach that far. See, overwhelm doesn't reach that far, but you can AFK these dudes if you're strong enough. These are also a good way to grind Spirit Stones. Simply just want to AFK these dudes. Again, fusion or fusion 1 or void X, void whatever, if you have strength manual, you know, the strength stuff. All right, so now this is for people who are fusion, like basically mid fusion to fusion X. Mid fusion to fusion X, you can start killing the celestial cultivators, right? So basically, all you want to do is just use overwhelm, and you can get all 3 of them. You see, they all drop like 34, 35. So they drop 34 to 35 Spirit Stones, all adding up to about basically 100 some Spirit Stones. I didn't do the math, but it's practically 100 Spirit Stones. 70, 80. Yeah, you're practically 100 Spirit Stones. You get 100 Spirit Stones every time you kill these dudes, right? That's 100. That's 100 right there. Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's 100. Yeah, that's 100. That's 100 plus Spirit Stones that you get from just overwhelm. And look at it. Look at it. Look how quick the overwhelm comes back. They you know, they spawn really quickly. So as soon as you pop this, like when overwhelm ends or like comes back up, they spawn, which is really good. It's actually, it's like it's made just for you to do this. Probably is, but look at that. Boom, dow, just like that. Now, you know, if you're on mobile, AFKing Spirit Stones is going to be a bit harder. I'm pretty sure there is a tiny task thing, but like you won't probably be able to do the overwhelm method, because to do this, like, because you're not to do these for hours. Like you're going to have to AFK this for hours. So you're gonna have to use a program called Tiny Task. I'm sure if you're in the AFK space, you've probably heard of it. On PC, extremely useful for games like this and stuff like that, where you have to AFK overnight for hours, and then you can set that up, and then boom, you just sit there for hours and you keep doing this and this. Now there is a better way. It's dudes above. Once you get to Fusion X and Transcendence, or probably just Fusion X. Yeah, Fusion X. Once you get to Fusion X, because I've noticed, hold on, let me go over them real quick. The opposite of the celestial dudes you'll now be able to grind is the demon dudes. Hold on, let's go over here real quick. All right, so these are the dudes I was just grinding when I first started this video. I've been grinding on this how I got to my almost 600k Spirit Stones. Now, let me talk about this for a second. Spirit Stones, like, it takes a huge jump of Spirit Stones to really get a big increase. Like, I'm at 500,000. You don't get the times 5 increase to like maybe 450,000 or 400,000, maybe 40,000 maybe is when you get the 5 times increase, and then you don't get the 6 times, so like probably it seems like 600,000 Spirit Stones. It's like a 200,000 more jump. I think you get times 2 Spirit Stones at like 200k, 250k. I'm not sure, but you can see here I'm pretty close to reaching that 6 times buff. But once you get the Fusion X, you can now kill these dudes, which are a little step above the Celestials. So boom, you see that, and they drop 41, 43, and 40, probably 2. So they drop a little bit more Spirit Stone. So this is the best method to grind when you're Fusion X, because yeah, it's just the best. Once you're Fusion X, you can just go and grind these dudes efficiently. Same thing as Celestial dudes, you just want to do this for hours. This is what I'm doing currently because I'm not strong enough to grind the next enemies, which is the best method for when you're Transcendent or Tribulation. All right, which, since we're here, I was gonna jump cut, but we're right over here. We have the demonic guards. Now this dude is gonna be in the way. You can't, not even a Mahayana realm dude can't AFK this dude. This dude, you just can't AFK him, right? Well, you could probably, you know, one shot him at Mahayana, but you know, you definitely can, but you just can't like overwhelm him. But what you want to do is you want to move this dude out the way, right? All right, that ain't gonna work on me, buddy. You're weaker. You want to move him out the way, because I think I've seen people do this. You want to move him out the way, right? And then once he's moved out the way, All right, let me see. Let me get him out the way. Hold on. Let me get him out the way. Right. This is when you're Tribulation Transcendients. I can't do it right now. See, you see how he's moved out the way? Then this is probably the best. This is the best, like overall the best grinding method for Spirit Stones. Once you get up to Tribulation Transcendence, this is by far the best way to grind Spirit Stones. Unless you're Mahayana and you can probably grind the Mahayana or the Peerless dude or stuff like that. Oh, he just teleported back. Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. But anyways, you want to get him out the way. So you want to like kind of get him stuck under something or whatnot. And then you can just overwhelm these demonic dudes. You see that? I can't kill him currently because you need to be Transcendent or Tribulation Transcendients. You can't kill him until you get to that realm. So I can't currently overwhelm them. But see that? They give you like, what, 50 Spirit Stones? How much does this dude give me? All right, buddy. Wow. Come on. Let me see how much he gives me. I'm just curious. And overwhelm. By the way, overwhelm ragdolls people if you're like way above them. You give me 376? Dog, that's crazy. Dog, that's insane. Nah, that might be. But again, like, you can't really grind this dude. We're talking efficiently. This video is about efficient grinding. This isn't efficient. Until you get like strong enough, like, you know, you see I'm somewhat strong enough to kill him pretty quickly, but you know it's not efficient to keep killing this dude if it takes you 2-3 minutes. That's not efficient, right? So that's if you're, once you get to Tribulation, you grind these dudes. You just overwhelm them. You want to just get this dude out the way, which I've seen it happen. I don't know how they do it. I think they get him like stuck under a rock or something. I don't know, or like just hit him and then he gets stuck. But you just want to basically just get them stuck somewhere, and then you just want to sit here and grind once you're at, again, Tribulation. So for the next dudes we're going to talk about is the Mahayana realm users. They can literally do anything. They're the strongest. They don't have to worry about that. But let's go for Mahayana realm. If you are Mahayana realm, which there's only like, I don't even think there's people who's Mahayana realm yet, but just cause. Now, for the Mahayana people, for the geniuses, I don't know how you reached Mahayana already, by the way. If you do, hey, congratulations, man. You're done with the game. What are you gonna do now, buddy? All right, anyways, for the Mahayana people, I mean, just grind this dude. I mean, I don't know how much Spirit Stones he drops, but if we can just use our math here, right? If we can just use our thoughts, that one dude that was Fusion V, which is way weaker than Mahayana VI, dropped 376. So let's just think for a second. How much do you think this dude drops? He's not even Mahayana 1. Mahayana VI. Big dog. He's almost an immortal. True immortal. He probably drops about 3,000. I'm be honest with you. He probably drops at minimum 1,000. At minimum 1,000. So when you're at Mahayana realm, you just want to grind this dude. And if you have a strength manual, holy, you're going to be farming for. If you have like a strength manual and strength at Mahayana realm and you're killing this dude, you're probably like 2-3 shotting him. Oh my god, just imagine the Spirit Stone gain. Now that is when you get the millions. That's when you become rich. But yeah, at Mahayana you can basically kill anyone, overwhelm anyone except for obviously this dude and the fusion dude that we just saw that was at the demonic guards. You probably can at Mahayana X, because nobody's Mahayana X yet. Some dude is close, but he's not there yet. But yeah, Mahayana, you just want to grind this dude, and that is pretty much the end of today's video. Hopefully this was helpful. Before we end it off, let me just sum it up. If you're Soul Formation to Void, mainly Soul Formation X, you just want to basically auto click. Or maybe you can pretend you can overwhelm the bandits, but you just want to auto click like some of the people who are in your, like the NPCs that are at your level. I didn't even mention the Flame Diva Queen dude as well. You want to like auto click them and just keep killing them. They do come back. And if you have the strength manual, strength stuff, you can just like, you can 3 or 2 tap them. And you just want to do that. Once you get to Void though, like Void X, Void that, it's basically just the same. You just want to keep 1 tapping them or 2 tapping them and just want to keep farming them with like auto clicker, because you can't overwhelm people, like strong people that give genuine Spirit Stone gain, until you get to like fusion or so, right? So you just want to you basically, to some of it, you just want to like, and when you're at Void and below, you just want to just keep fighting some NPC that is stronger, just as strong as you, and just keep killing them, or like a little bit weaker and just keep farming them. Just auto click. Once you get the fusion though, fusion, middle fusion, late fusion, that's when you can start getting the real gains. That's when you can start overwhelming the celestial dudes, overwhelming, you know, the demonic dudes, and then you just want to do that, right? And then when you get the tribulation, get the fusion dude stuck, and then you just want to like overwhelm, and you AFK that for hours. And then at Mahayana, you know, it's just the same thing. You just want to kill this dude though, probably, because he probably drops the most. You just kill him forever, and you know, or whatever you want. Honestly, you can do whatever at that point at Mahayana. But yeah, that is pretty much sums up this video. Hope this information was helpful. I know I probably talked a lot. I talked really fast. Holy, I just realized that throughout this whole video. But yeah, again, that is it. I'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, love y'all, and I hope our journey to Mahayana, if you play this game, goes well. Probably gonna take a while. And by the way, they're gonna release a Christmas event in 2 days, so pretty soon. Probably saw that Christmas tree earlier. That's probably a part of it. So yeah, you guys next. Wheezy out. Peace.